Hello, it's Jen and I'm back with another process video for you. I'm using the October 2014 Scraptastic Hard It Races kit and add-on. Here I'm just showing you a few of the things I might be using. I'm going to use that awesome paper from Crate Paper that's the file tabs, and I'm going to cut it up and layer it like I've seen so many people do. I just can't resist it. I know other people have done it, but I don't care because I like the look of it. So you can see I'm just cutting all of those tabs out right now. And this page is called Thanksgiving in July, and I've got a picture of a turkey coming out of the oven. My grandma has, for quite a few years now, has come every year to our house for Thanksgiving, well, to my parents' house for Thanksgiving. And this year she decided her and her husband are getting a bit older, and they're retired, but they still travel quite a bit, and they're just kind of getting tired of traveling so much, and so they kind of decided to do one last farewell tour around the country to visit all their friends and family before really settling down and kind of not going so many places anymore. And so we were kind of sad that we wouldn't be seeing my grandma every year anymore. I mean, we'll go visit her probably in North Carolina, but she won't be coming to Utah every year anymore. So we decided that since she always comes for Thanksgiving and she wasn't going to be here this year for Thanksgiving, that we would make her a Thanksgiving dinner in July. So that's what this page is about. And then my husband actually cooked the turkey, and he did an amazing job. It was like maybe one of the most delicious turkeys I've ever had. And we had never cooked a turkey before. My mom has always done it, so that was kind of fun. And P.S. turkeys are pretty expensive. Anyway, so I'm just using a picture that I printed on my Canon Selfie. Love that thing. And I've cut up and layered all of those file folders that I cut out of that paper. And I'm just creating my title now with those Chickaditty mustard colored alphabets. And they are the perfect size for kind of a longer title because the letters stickers are kind of a little bit smaller, but they're not too small. So I love the size of these letter stickers. And I just spelling out the word Thanksgiving on some wax paper so I can move it around and decide where I want it. And I actually move things around quite a lot on this layout, so you'll see a bit of that. In fact, I moved things around so much that I ran out of space, and I didn't realize it had stopped recording, so the very end of this video gets cut off, but not too much was left out, so I'll just explain the end. But so here I'm deciding what I can use for my subtitle. I know I want it to say Thanksgiving in July, and there weren't any smaller stickers that came in the kit, so I'm just looking through some of my own stash here, and I think I look through every single sticker that I own before I decide, and I actually end up going with the ones that I pulled out in the first place, so go figure. The ones I end up using are just to the right of the layout now. They're from Basic Gray. But I'll go through a bunch of options before deciding that those ones are gonna work. So what you can see at the bottom of the screen is me looking through. I have all my sticker sheets pretty much in a little container there. I'm just looking through all of those to decide what might work. And I think that these pink letters might work, but they end up kind of being too bright. I kind of want it to be a neutral because I want the title to stand out. Looking at it now, those October afternoon stickers would have worked actually quite nicely, but I thought they were a little dark. But looking at it now, they're a pretty good color, and actually, based on the final layout, they probably would have worked, but whatever. C'est la vie. Those are some Lily Bee stickers. I seriously pulled out every kind of sticker I could for this. Sorry, my phone keeps going off too. So here I am going with those Basic Gray stickers. And I think this is from the Hello collection. I don't know. So there's this little pumpkin pie that says Yum that came in the kit. It's in the, is it Chickaditty? It's like a die cut package from Chickaditty. And I'm going to try to use that. And I also think I might use this Harvest die cut that I put above the photo there, but I end up not using it. So I'm pulling a sticker from the Teresa Collins 9 & Co. sheet that says "So Very Happy," and then I'm finally going to pull out and use some of these Heidi Swapp glitter stickers, and I'm going to use the Good Stuff. I'm thinking about placing it above my title, but I end up not doing it. Sorry if you can hear, my daughter just walked in the door. Quiet, K-Mal. And then I'm going to use some of these Chamel cut-aparts to the right of the left, I guess. I should know my directions. Left of the photo. That one that says "Seeing, Hearing, Tasting, Smelling, Feeling." I thought that was a good one for the photo and for the subject matter. So I don't know if you noticed, but when I was cutting up those file folders, actually maybe I didn't do it yet. I cannot bear to waste any little bit of this striped paper. Oh, here I'm doing it now. So I cut up everything that I'm not going to use, that's not going to show when I layer those file folders up, because I love using stripes for a border on a page, and so these are just the right size for me to use for borders, and I don't want to waste any of it because I really love both sides of this paper. So I'm just cutting that off and only using what I need to. And so now I'm using some pretty thin, I think it's 1/8 of an inch score tape to put on the bottom of all of those file folder tabs to adhere them together. And I'm going to kind of ruffle up the edges on all of the file folders. And just going to adhere all of those together. I'm doing them pretty close. I want it to look like folders that are just all right next to each other. I could have spread them out a little bit, but I decided not to. My husband's trying to walk up the stairs really quietly. I should have waited to do this voiceover, but I knew I was going to be gone for Disneyland, so I just decided to hurry and do it. So it's kind of the middle of the afternoon and people are home, so I apologize if you can hear stuff. So now I've got all of those file folders stuck down, and I'm going to put a little border between the top file folder and the rest of the page, and so I'm using some of that striped paper and just trying to work out how I'm going to layer this together. So I'm using the score tape again to just adhere that all together. And I am having a hard time this month because I can think of like 50 layouts that I want to make with this kit, and I just don't have the time. I don't have enough time to make all the layouts that I have in my brain. So we'll see how many I get done. I know I already ordered my November kit, and so it hasn't shipped yet, but I just have this feeling that since I'm going to be gone, I'm losing a week of time to make layouts, and I'm going to not get all the stuff done that I want to before my next kit comes, but we'll see. So, and plus I have my other kits that I'm trying to use up as well, so I've got a lot of stuff going on this month, I guess. So now I am just making sure I adhered the photo and some of the other things, and now I am putting that Heidi Swapp sticker above the photo, and I'm kind of lining up the arrow with the line of the photo. So it's a little bit crooked because I don't think the photo is completely straight, so that's okay. Now I'm just putting down my title, Thanksgiving in July, pulling it off those stickers, and then I'm putting the H so that that the photo doesn't cut up the middle of the H, so you can see that I've lined up the edges so that it looks nice on the photo. I hate it when another piece of paper or an element cuts into the line of a sticker, and so I just tried to make it really cohesive there. And I could have moved the whole title over so it was all on the white, but I wanted to overlap the photo a little bit because you know how I like to do that. So now I am just, oh, I ran out of adhesive, so I'm just replacing that really quick. And I'm sorry because I feel like I was a little bit low on the frame of this video, and so I apologize if you can't see everything going on at the bottom, but there's really not a whole lot going on. So I'm just adhering that striped border. I don't know what it is about diagonal stripes, but they are perfect for borders, and I love them. So I'm kind of trying to decide how I can make that yum work. It's orange and the rest of the page is like pinks and yellows. So I'm going to paint the outside edge of that die cut with some gouache. And so I just mixed some red, some white, and then a tiny bit of yellow to make it a color that was that matched the rest of the pinks a little bit better. So I just paint the very edges, and I'm using a small paintbrush to be careful to get those lines pretty straight. And I think that is the perfect, that's exactly what that die cut needed. It still has the orange, so you know it's pumpkin pie, but it's not too orange, so that worked out well. And I am pulling out some of the rub-ons from the Teresa Collins rub-on sheet that we got, and that floral is going to work really well. And then a few of the stickers from the, is it Hello Friend or something from Fancy Pants? It's something Friend. The one that says Just For You, and the one that says Love This. And I don't think that the Love This arrow ends up on the final layout, but I'm thinking about using it. So now I'm going through some of the cut-aparts, or not cut-aparts, like the exclusive die cuts, I guess. The ones that you download and then you print out yourself to see if any of those will work. And then I'm thinking about putting some of those wood veneer stars on there. And then I just changed my mind because I realized I haven't used really any of the Chickanity enamel stars, and so I'm going to try to use some of those instead. So I'm using that brownish gray color, and it matches that Just For You tag perfectly, and also brings out some of the leaves in that floral rub-on. And you can see I'm just rubbing that on here. And I really love the way that that floral rub-on ties the title and the rest of the page together, because now I've got a few spots that have that mustard yellow. So the layout, or the video is going to cut out in a second here, but I just kind of rearranged some of those die cuts. I pop up that yum on that foam tab that you can see there, and then I add a little bit of decoration to the top left of, like with the striped border, just a label and a sticker, and then I pulled an October afternoon circle die cut from my stash and did some journaling, and I added some black splatters. So I am also counting this towards Jenny Box's challenge to use layering and black splatters that she had on her YouTube channel. She's Jenny Box on YouTube. So go ahead and check her out. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this layout. Thanks. Bye-bye.